In this video, we will study about the commutative property of operators. According to this property, when two operators act on a function f, the result depends upon the order in which the operators are placed beside the function. When two operators are applied in a succession on a function, one after the other, when one operator is acting on a function, the result always depends upon the order in which operations are performed. Like suppose we have A operator, B operator acting on function f, that is never equal to B operator into A operator acting on a function. So in the first case, what actually happens is कि operator B is first acting on function f, right? So whatever will be the result, on that function A will act to give a new function. And if we see on the right hand side, first of all operator A will act on function f to give, let's suppose, another function f dash. Then B operator will act on f dash to give another function, let's suppose it is f double dash. Let's explain this property with the help of example. Let's suppose A operator is equal to x square, B operator is equal to d by dx, and f function here is x raised to power 4. Now solving left hand side, A B operator into f. A की जगह पे क्या लिख लिया, x square, B की जगह पे d by dx and f की जगह पे x raised to power 4. Now first of all d by dx will act on x raised to power 4. Power will come in front and 1 will be minus from the power. Differentiation is whenever you differentiate such kind of variable, power will come in the front and 1 minus 1 from the power. So you have 4x cube. Now you have to multiply it with, this is your answer for B operator acting on function f. Now whatever the answer is, you have to multiply it with operator A. Now x square is multiplied by 4x cube and you get 4x5. So this is the solution for left hand side. Let's talk about the right hand side. B operator into A operator into function. So here B is d by dx, and what is A? X square, and what is f? x4. Now first of all you have to solve these both. So base is same, so power will add, you have x raised to power 6. Now second is B operator acting on x raised to power 6. So what you have is differentiation, 6 will come in front and 1 minus 1 from the power, you have 6x5. So you can easily see the left hand side is not equal to right hand side. Why? Because in the first case operator B is first acting on function f, then A. But in right hand side A is acting on function f, then B operator. So this is the commutative property of operators. For commutator operators, let's suppose we have two operators, A operator and B operator. So AB is equal to A operator B operator minus B operator A operator, and the answer is equal to 0. If the answer is equal to 0, then two operators will commutate. A operator B operator. If they are equal to B operator A operator. Shift this to this side. So what you get is A operator B operator minus B operator A operator equals to 0. So if your operators are commutator operators, they will definitely follow this equation. If they are not commutator operators, they will not follow this equation. So let's switch on to the next operator, that is your linear operator. So linear operator, let's suppose you have your operator A. Now operator A is said to be linear if its operation on sum of two functions. Let's suppose here is operator A. It is acting on two functions, sum of two functions, f function plus g function. Now whenever this single operator will act on sum of two functions, the answer should be equal to operator A multiplied by first function plus operator A again multiplied by second function. So if any operator follows this equation, we call that operator as linear operator. And operator A is said to be linear if its operation on sum of two functions gives the same result as sum of the operations of the two functions separately. So कोई भी operator linear तब होता है when this operator acting on the sum of two functions, इसकी value equal आए if that operator is acting individually on the functions. Next operator is Laplacian operator. Laplacian operator is always denoted by symbol del square. Del square is equal to curly square upon curly x square plus curly square upon curly y square plus curly square upon curly z square. So where you have to use this, you can use this symbol in Schrodinger wave equation. Let's first of all discuss what actually Schrodinger wave equation is. That is curly square psi upon curly x square plus curly square psi upon curly y square, curly square psi upon curly z square, plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equals to 0. So this is your Schrodinger wave equation. So you can easily see psi is common in both these three terms. So you can take it common. So what you get is del square del x square plus del square del y square plus del square del z square. So you can put this equal to curly square equal to del square. So del square psi plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi is equal to 0. So you can use the Laplacian operator in Schrodinger wave equation. So this is your Laplacian operator, and putting this value in Schrodinger wave equation, what you get is del square psi plus 8 pi square m h square e minus v psi equals to 0. Next operator you are going to study is Hamiltonian operator. Again we have to take the help of the Schrodinger wave equation. Now according to Schrodinger wave equation, you have curly square psi upon curly x square plus curly square psi upon curly y square plus curly square psi upon curly z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equals to 0. Now shifting this term to right hand side, what you get is minus sign. So shifting here, you get minus 8 pi square m h square e minus v psi equals to curly square psi curly x square, curly square psi curly y square, and curly square psi upon curly z square, right? Now you have to shift this part with minus sign to left hand side. So what you get is minus h square upon 8 pi square m. रेसिप्रोकल हो गया इस चीज का. अगेन कर्ली स्क्वायर कर्ली एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर कर्ली वाई स्क्वायर कर्ली स्क्वायर कर्ली जेड स्क्वायर. साई तीनों टर्म्स में है तो साई को कॉमन निकाल लिया. व्हाट यू लेफ्ट इज विद, हेयर यू आर लेफ्ट विद e माइनस वी साई. तो ब्रैकेट सॉल्व कर ली हमने, e साई माइनस वी साई, राइट. सो फ्रॉम हेयर नाउ यू हैव टू शिफ्ट दिस माइनस वी साई टू अगेन लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. सो माइनस विल गेट प्लस, प्लस वी आ गया. यहाँ पे भी साई है, यहाँ पे भी साई है. सो टेकिंग साई कॉमन, सो व्हाट यू गेट इज माइनस एच स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 पाई स्क्वायर एम कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली वाई स्क्वायर कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली जेड स्क्वायर प्लस वी. साई जो है दोनों टर्म्स में कॉमन निकाल लिया, साई इक्वल्स टू ई साई. सो दिस पोर्शन माइनस एच स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 पाई स्क्वायर एम कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली वाई स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली जेड स्क्वायर plus v, this whole portion is equal to operator, that is your Hamiltonian operator, H bar. Next topic we will discuss is postulates of quantum mechanics. Again this topic is very important from paper point of view, because 4 marks question is always asked what are the postulates of quantum mechanics and derive the Schrodinger wave equation using these postulates. So this question is very important. So according to the first postulate of quantum mechanics, every time independent state of system, that system which is time independent, which does not depend upon time, it is described in terms of functions like position coordinates called wave function, which is continuous, single valued and finite. Now if you have to describe any system, okay, which is time independent, so you have to take the help of a function, and that function is known as wave function psi, and psi should be continuous, its value should be continuous, its value should be single valued and finite. So कोई भी सिस्टम है अगर आपको उसको डिस्क्राइब करना है, सो यू हैव टू टेक द हेल्प ऑफ द वेव फंक्शन, दैट इज साई. दिस इज द फर्स्ट पोस्टुलेट ऑफ क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स. According to second postulate, to every observable quantity that can be experimentally measured, there is present an operator in quantum mechanics. So classical mechanics के according आप कोई भी quantity ले लो जो ऑब्जर्वेबल हो और जिसको आप एक्सपेरिमेंटली मेजर कर सकते हो. लाइक आपने किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन मेजर कर सकते हो, किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट का मोमेंटम मेजर कर सकते हो, किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट की काइनेटिक एनर्जी फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो, लाइक दैट. सो अगर आपके पास कोई क्वांटिटी है जिसको आप एक्सपेरिमेंटली जिसकी वैल्यू को डिटरमाइन कर सकते हो, तो क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स में उसके लिए एक ऑपरेटर अवेलेबल होता है. दिस इज द सेकेंड पोस्टुलेट ऑफ quantum mechanics. Let's suppose you have to find the position. So your observable quantity is position. Now for position there is an operator which is x bar in quantum mechanics. Second property that you want to measure experimentally is momentum. Momentum is designated by p bar. So p bar, so in quantum mechanics there is present an operator for momentum also, and that operator p bar is equal to h upon 2 pi I bracket start curly upon curly x plus curly upon curly y plus curly upon curly z. So this is the operator for momentum. Next observable quantity is kinetic energy. So you can easily measure the kinetic energy of any object. Kinetic energy is designated by Tx, and you can also write the operator for the kinetic energy, that is Tx bar, that is minus h square upon 8 pi square m curly square upon curly x square. Next observable quantity is potential energy. Its operator is V bar. Next observable quantity is total energy, that is kinetic energy plus potential energy. For energy, operator available is h bar, that is Hamiltonian operator, which we have already discussed, and the value of h bar is equal to minus h square upon 8 pi square m curly square upon curly x square curly square upon curly y square and curly square upon curly z square plus v. So for observable quantity that can be experimentally measured, there is present an operator in quantum mechanics. You have to learn these operators. Okay. Next postulate is, let's suppose you have an operator A which is acting on a function psi. Okay? When this operator will act on function psi, you will get back that function plus a constant value, and that value is known as eigenvalue. So if your wave function is following this equation, so your function is eigenfunction and you will get a value eigenvalue, and this whole equation is known as eigenvalue equation. So this is the next postulate of quantum mechanics. Next postulate is, if you are interested to find out the expected average value of any observable quantity. So कोई भी observable quantity है, आपको उसकी expected average value निकालनी है. So you have to follow the formula, that is integration over the whole space. This circle means integration over the whole space, that is equal to psi star A operator into psi d tau divided by again integration over the whole space psi square psi d tau. So if you are interested to find out the average value of any observable quantity, you have to use this formula. So this is all about the postulates of quantum mechanics. So next, on the basis of this postulates of quantum mechanics, we will derive Schrödinger wave equation. In order to derive Schrödinger wave equation, let's start. We have a particle, let's suppose electron. Mass of the electron is designated by m, and that electron is moving with velocity v. So if we are interested to find out the total energy of the electron, that is equal to sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. So T here is kinetic energy of electron and V here is potential energy of electron, right? So total energy is equal to sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. Now kinetic energy is always equal to half mv square, right? Now kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Now multiply right hand side, this part, by numerator and denominator by m. So ऊपर भी multiply कर दो m के साथ, नीचे भी m के साथ multiply कर दो. So ऊपर m and m becomes m square, ऊपर v square भी है. So instead of writing m square and v square, I have written mv whole square. नीचे 2 अकेला था, m के साथ multiply करके you have 2m, right? Mass into velocity is equal to momentum, right? So यहाँ पे क्या आ गया, momentum का square upon 2m. So kinetic energy की value क्या आ गई, p square upon 2m. Now here we have to include all the three coordinates. So we can't write only p. So we have to designate it as px square plus py square and pz square divided by twice of m, right? Now put this value of kinetic energy in this equation, total energy. E is equal to T plus V. So what you get is E is equal to px square plus py square plus pz square divided by twice of m plus potential energy. So total value of energy is equal to, कितनी आ गई total value energy की, that is equal to px square plus py square plus pz square upon 2m plus v. According to second postulate of quantum mechanics. Now second postulate के according, for every observable quantity that can be experimentally measured, there is present an operator in quantum mechanics. So here जो physical quantity हम measure कर रहे हैं, that is the momentum. So momentum का p जो है, that is operator for momentum is given by h upon 2 pi I curly upon curly x. For px it is curly by curly x. For py curly by curly y, and for pz h upon 2 pi curly by curly z. Now put this value of px, py and pz in equation B, this equation. दिस इक्वेशन. पी एक्स की वैल्यू यहाँ पे पुट करो, पी वाई की वैल्यू पुट करो और पी जेड की वैल्यू पुट करो. सो व्हाट यू गेट इज E is equal to total energy is equal to 1/2m, right? H upon 2 pi I curly by curly x whole square plus H upon 2 pi I curly by curly y whole square plus H upon 2 pi I curly by curly z square, and it is equal to V, that is the potential energy. ठीक है. अब H upon 2 pi I is common in all the three terms. So बाहर निकाल लो इसको. I जो है that is equal to square root of -1. आई की वैल्यू जो है दैट इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ -1. तो यहाँ पे आप पुट करोगे तो तीनों में माइनस साइन आएगा, वो भी कॉमन निकाल लिया. स्क्वायर रूट कर लो, स्क्वायर कर लो तो एच स्क्वायर 2 का 4 पाई स्क्वायर और बाहर कितना है 4 2 ज़ा 8. सो बाहर क्या आपके पास आ गया माइनस एच स्क्वायर 8 पाई स्क्वायर एम. ये चीज़ कॉमन आ गई. अंदर क्या रह गया कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली एक्स स्क्वायर, कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली वाई स्क्वायर, कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली जेड स्क्वायर प्लस वी, राइट. So this is the total energy. Now according to the next postulate of quantum mechanics, जो आइगन वैल्यू इक्वेशन है कि अगर आपका ऑपरेटर A है that is acting on function psi, it is always equal to a constant value plus that wave function. So any operator which follows this equation, it is known as eigen value, eigen function. Operator is also known as, the function is known as eigen function, value of A is known as eigen value, and this equation is known as eigen value equation. So यहाँ पे मैंने ऑपरेटर A की जगह पे यहाँ पे ऑपरेटर कौन सा ले लिया h बार, साई की जगह पे सेम साई, जो कांस्टेंट वैल्यू मैंने लेनी है A दैट इज इक्वल टू E इंटू साई, राइट. सो साई साई कैंसिल हो गया. मेनली जो ऑपरेटर E है दैट इज इक्वल टू, मेनली जो ऑपरेटर H है h बार इट इज इक्वल टू E. सो पुट दिस वैल्यू, यहाँ पे जो E लिखा है तो यहाँ पे अब मैं क्या लिख लूंगी h बार. सो व्हाट आई गेट इज h बार इज इक्वल टू माइनस एच स्क्वायर अपॉन 8 पाई स्क्वायर m कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली वाई स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर अपॉन कर्ली जेड स्क्वायर प्लस v. सो h जो बार है दैट इज इक्वल टू माइनस एच स्क्वायर 8 पाई स्क्वायर m. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग दिस पार्ट आई विल राइट डेल स्क्वायर प्लस v, राइट. सो मैंने h की वैल्यू निकाल रही है h बार की, दैट इज minus h square upon 8 pi square m del square plus v. Now I'll put this value in this equation. So what I get is minus h square 8 pi square m del square plus v multiplied by, see I'll put the value of h bar in this equation, minus h square 8 pi square m del square plus v into psi equals to E psi. So this is your Schrodinger wave equation. अब रीअरेंज करो. ऑन रीअरेंजिंग व्हाट यू गेट इज, ये वाला पार्ट इधर ले जाओ, माइनस एच स्क्वायर 8 पाई स्क्वायर m डेल स्क्वायर साई, इधर आ गया E माइनस वी दैट इज इक्वल टू साई, राइट. सो डेल स्क्वायर किसके ऊपर आ गया, ये वाली जो टर्म है इसको इस साइड ले आओ, रेसिप्रोकल हो जाएगी, माइनस 8 पाई स्क्वायर m अपॉन एच स्क्वायर E माइनस वी साई. नाउ ये जो माइनस वाला पार्ट है इसको इस तरफ ले आओ, डेल स्क्वायर साई प्लस 8 पाई स्क्वायर m अपॉन एच स्क्वायर E माइनस वी साई इक्वल्स टू 0. सो डेल की वैल्यू यहाँ पे पुट कर लो, कर्ली स्क्वायर साई अपॉन कर्ली एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर साई अपॉन कर्ली वाई स्क्वायर प्लस कर्ली स्क्वायर साई अपॉन कर्ली जेड स्क्वायर प्लस 8 पाई स्क्वायर m अपॉन एच स्क्वायर E माइनस वी साई इक्वल्स टू 0. So this is your Schrodinger wave equation. You have derived this equation by using postulates of quantum mechanics. So that's all for this lecture.